Hello everyone and welcome to episode 71 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. This is the modern day UFC save as we have our fight night here with Alexander Rakic and Ryan Bader, our main event. As far as for the tough episode, we saw Esteban Raibo Vicis as far as, of course, it's kind of crazy. Him and Daniel Zehelber, they've gotten their wins in tough already, so they have a chance to actually fight here in the save now after obviously just had an incredible bout at the old Sphere. But he beat Chris Padilla. McGregor's up 3-1, which is kind of crazy. I thought it was going to kind of be back and forth the way it started out, but looks like that will not be the case. As for the show, we are in Oklahoma, so Midwest. A little bit more mid-south than Midwest, obviously, as far as with Alexander Rakic and Ryan Bader, though, the main event. You have your basically classic striker versus wrestler. As far as Ryan Bader, of course, being the wrestler, is the heavy favorite. Maybe not even heavy favorite, yes, more of a slight favorite. Minus 200 is, pretty interesting, though, to think it's actually only minus 200 when you think about the experience, the wrestling background. Plus, Alexander Rakic, no team. He's just going in there blind. So that's kind of crazy. But as far as two top 10 light heavyweights, Ryan Bader, of course, coming off of a tough win over Khalil Roundtree. Got him with a Kimura at the final second. Hell of a bout, too, back in April. The Luke Rockhold fight was very, very interesting to see him get knocked out like that. His first loss since Anthony Johnson. Back in the Fox era of the UFC in January 2016. What a list of guys, though, he's only lost to. It's like Luke Rockhold, Anthony Johnson, Glover Teixeira, and Lyoto Machida, Tito, and it's so crazy he lost to Tito. that one was very, very wild. Because I'd say by 2011, Tito wasn't that guy anymore. And, of course, the John Jones loss, which, joined the club as far as in that regard. But yeah, he has fought a pretty much a lot of who's who. I remember seeing the Rampage Bader fight because that was in Japan, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Mark Hunt and Czech Congo. I'm being very excited for that. It was sad to see Sexyama lose. And then the Anthony Pettis Joe Lozon fight. I do remember being excited for that as well. Talking to Rangomi on the card. Fucking Kid Yamamoto, or big rips in the chat for that man. But that was as far as like from a card perspective, as far as probably the best fight on that card. I mean, I if I remember correctly, I want to say Anthony Pettis and Joe Lozon won the fight of the night, which makes sense. He knocked him out in the first fucking round in the first minute. But the Czech Congo Mark Hunt was very much a to strap in, like someone's going to get fucking knocked out type of bout there. But, I mean, as far as, from Alexander Rakic show, we are coming off a win against Eric Anders, as far as he lost to Yuri Prochazka, got 30-27 by Yuri Prochazka in the first fight in the save for him. So, as far as he has not been finished yet in the save, he actually hasn't been finished yet in his, at least from what we've seen in his career. Because he's got the one fight that we don't see on the fight history, but this should be a fun bout, though. It's always nice with the old classic striker versus grappler. Is the Oklahoma City native in Julia Raging Panda Avila taking on Gina Mazzani as far as the Seattle, Washington native 7-3. So both girls, similar records. No team again for our person in the blue corner. 16-14 on the bantamweight rankings. So, one girl in the top 15, other girl looking to jump up into the top 15 with a win here tonight. The Oklahoma City native is the underdog going in, but it's a slight favorite for Gina Danger Zani. As we'll see how the bantamweight women's bout goes. That high on the card is kind of crazy because I do think Rodolfo Varela and Julian Marquez will be a better fight. Again, 15-16. But Rodolfo Varela is an absolute demon in there. The black belt hunter coming in undefeated, 3-0 in the UFC. Just beat Edmund Shabazan. He beat GM3 as well, 30-27 GM3 in his first fight here in the save. His first ranked guy. Just, of course, had or not the first ranked guy. He's had 2 ranked guys already, 21 and 23rd, but this first time that he's ranked, rather, is what I meant to say. As far as Julian Marquez, though, 2-1, 8-2 overall. He lost to Alicio de Churchill as far as the Tufts 27 finale, which that was a split decision loss. Did beat Cesar Ferreira. Finished him, too, in 34 seconds. So, I mean, he's got some power for sure. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one, because I think I might be over in a minute or two. This is, even though he's a wrestler, he's got some fucking hands. And he is somebody that can hit. He's a big middleweight. Rodolfo Ferreira has been making light work out of a lot of the middleweights he's fought so far. That's going to be a fun one. Neil Magny and Tim Means, though, you got some 2 grimy veterans. They will grind you out. They will use their wrestling to their advantage. They'll grapple with you, put you up against the cage. They have fought once before, back in 2014. So as far as Magny won by decision there. Of course, Tim Means, the Oklahoma native, of course, fighting in front of his hometown crowds. I mean, the Dirty Bird. I can't remember the last time even the UFC's been to Oklahoma, so he's probably fighting for the first time in his career. If I had to take a shot in the dark, maybe it was one of these fight nights was in Oklahoma, rather. No, that was the Ohio one. Yeah, Matt Brown was main event. I should have known that when I clicked on. I think this one was also Brazil. Yeah, Machida was on the card. I'm assuming Thug Rose and Paige Van Zandt was in Vegas. Yeah, it makes sense. So first time there, as far as I would imagine. Again, just taking a shot in the dark. Maybe this was, though. Oh no, that was Kansas. Yeah, I was like, I remember that being somewhere in the Mid-South, Midwest region. So I was close there. But with him being on a 2-fight win streak, he just beat Jack Marshman, his first winning streak since 2015-2016. It's crazy. He was on, of course, the Diaz-McGregor 2 card. It's always a big, when you're ever on a big time card like that, is always a big plus. Man, he beat Diego Lima in the past as well. He's fought Masvidal. Of course, Matt Brown. He's fought John Howard, Doomsday Howard, Alex Oliveira twice, Bilal Muhammad. Crazy. Yeah, crazy for sure. He's fought a lot. He's fought a lot of top talent. Still, as far as 42 fights? Going to be his 43rd fight. A lot of experience. But that's a team. Tim Means. Neil Magny, though, 22-8. Looking for 23rd victory. Looking to get a winning streak again. Of course, he lost to Alex Oliveira in his first fight in the save, but he knocked out James Krause, which is not saying much, but hey, it was a good fight, though. And as far as still ranked, now he's jumped up to 10, which is insane. I don't know how he jumped up that high. He should not be that high, as far as from that perspective. Because this motherfucker hasn't beaten anybody that's in the top 10. And that's kind of what I want people that are in the top 10 to actually have fought guys that have been in the top 10. So, kind of brutal. We'll see how that plays out, though. It's Christos Giagos taking on Matt Wyman, as handsome Matt Wyman, of course, another Oklahoma native, the Tulsa native. 11-7 in the UFC, very much a veteran for sure. And for the Spartan, Christos, as far as he's got a losing record here in the UFC at 3-4, 17-8, 17-9, similar records. As far as had a wrestling background. First fight there in the safe, so really not sure exactly what to look for as far as what he's going to try to do. I would say just mainly grapple, but he's fought some tough guys already. Gil Burns and Charles Oliveira in your first 4 fights, pretty tough. Pretty tough. As far as his biggest win, I would probably say it's the Damir Hadzovic fight. We'll see how he does, man. I mean, he's just as well-rounded as it gets. Can't really beat that as far as being as well-rounded. Kind of a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none type of guy, which could help you out a little bit here, but as far as with Matt Wyman, though, he's fought some tough wrestlers. The Selesky fight was tough. He's fought Dennis Silver, so he's fought somebody that's got a kickboxing background. He's fought Jim Miller. He's fought a little bit of a who's who. Mac Danzig twice, Cole Miller, kind of the guys of yesteryear. Of course, in their towards their prime. It's just kind of crazy that they. Of course, he was at fucking UFC 70 or UFC 60 even at the Matt Hughes Royce Gracie fight. Wild. That is a long time ago, May of 2006. Looking for his first win streak, though. Since the early 2010s, he can make it happen. If he can pull off the win in his home state. But yeah, that's the main card prelims. Ryan Hall and Grant Dawson. Boy, oh boy. Hell of a fight here. Wrestler versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist. Both men undefeated in the UFC. Kind of crazy that this is the prelim for a fight night card where these guys might have as far as the most intriguing bout of the night. Two incredible talents, of course. Ryan Hall coming off a win. I got the Kimura win in the first round. He's off of 2 first round submissions. His first fight night. Of course, he's been on 2 pay-per-views. He's obviously, tough winner. A wild man. He will throw out some wild shit at you. Sometimes it will cost you, though. As far as you can look at the Tupperware fight, as Taporia, as far as getting absolutely destroyed, trying to roll into some crazy shit. Beat Ricardo Ramos and Ellen Cruz, though, did Grant Dawson. Both great fights. He really hasn't had a bad fight yet. Nebraska natives, pretty, as far as Nebraska, Oklahoma, not too far away, but that's going to be a fun one. Going to be a fun one for sure. I don't think it's going to be that crazy if Ryan Hall can get a win, but if Grant Dawson could stay on top and not get caught with submission, he'll be smoothed out on his way to victory. Grant Neal and Devin Clark as the debut for Grant Neal here, 10-1, wrestling background from Colorado. Of course, Bellator guy. Coming off of a 4-fight win streak here. It's kind of crazy. He's actually been in LFA and Titan FC, but in real life, he's been fighting at Bellator. A 5'11" light heavyweight's kind of crazy. He should probably fight at middleweight, but is what it is. And same thing for really Devin Brown Bear Clark, National Junior College Wrestling Champion. It's 4-4-1. Had the Tyson Pedro loss, and or no, he won rather, but yeah, he ended up failing a drug test for you, and you got caught with PDs, which is kind of crazy for somebody that's 31. Can't be doing that. He lost to Ryan Spann. He's fought Rakic. He's fought Jan Bohovic. He's fought some tough guys, and he's beaten some tough guys too. And Darko Stosic, Mike Rodriguez. He's had the Jake Collier fight as well. He's experienced for sure in the UFC, so you can never really count that out. He's the favorite for a reason. He's going to be a tough guy to beat for him. And then Trey, that just happened, Houston. It's 1-1 now in the UFC, taking on Abu Azatar. As far as Azatar coming in as the underdog, which is kind of crazy. Because Trey Houston, he did not look great at all against Darren Wynn. He got knocked out very, very early. Somehow knocked out Muhammad Karaki, as far as that was at the Fight Island card back in March. We'll see how he does. But this, of course, was a part of the tough season that we did for the middleweights. As far as Abu Azatar, though, just beat Dreykus, 30-27 Dreykus back in June. He is, of course, in fought as of late as far as in the UFC. I remember he fought. I don't think this was his last fight, but of course he fought Sean Strickland. Strickland ended up getting the win there, but yeah, about 2-0 in the UFC. He's going to be a tough guy to crack, for sure. He is up there in age, though, at 35, but I just can't believe Trey Houston's the favorite in this one, to be honest. As Abdul Razak Alassane, the Arlington, Texas native, taking on proper Mike Malott, as Mike Malott making his debut. Kind of crazy again that we're having Mike Malott debut here, but this is a guy in Judo Thunder himself that is a lot of UFC experience. 5-2 in the UFC. He just came off a knee against Joff Neal, but he knocked out Chaos Williams. That shows you how fucking good he is. Of course, that was here in the save. He is going to be a bad motherfucker, for sure. And, of course, that was his first finish loss, too, because he had the Omari Akhmadov lost, which that was a split. So he's going to be a tough guy. If proper Mike Malott can get a win here, that really shows you how talented this fucking guy is. Because obviously we know the talent is there. He's just, sometimes he does some dumbass shit, like in the Neil Magny fight in real life. In our opening contest, on the prelim, Christian Payne Edwards in Danyon Hwang as the South Korean. It's kind of crazy. He's not, as far as, not like kickboxer or striker, more of a freestyle wrestler. He's 2-1 in the UFC, 13-3 overall. Coming off a loss to Carlos Ulberg, which Ulberg knocked him out in the third, which is kind of crazy because Carlos Ulberg has been finishing guys pretty quickly as of late. But yeah, Christian Payne Edwards had his debut back in November, which he got a second-round TKO over Ivan Erzlin. Of course, a big-ass light heavyweight, 6'5", the John Jones comp. Obviously, John is a 1-on-1 as far as how he is physically, unless you're his brother Chandler. But he's a big guy, but he just does not have the striking that John has. But he's a heavy favorite, a massive favorite, and I'd be shocked if he lost this one. But we have a lot of light heavyweight bouts, though. We got 3 on the card out of 8 fights. Only 1 women's fight, though. It's interesting. But as far as our, of course, main event, Ryan Bader main eventing for the 7th time. Just finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. World-ranked light heavyweights. Bader with significant weight advantage. That weight advantage is going to help him out a lot in this fight, especially with the grappling contest. That's going to help him out a lot, as Gina Danger Mazzani is the Blurcast Stat Picks favorite over Julia Avila. I would probably take the hometown Oklahoma native as far as for this one. And for Ferreira, though, my God, he's going to be a top 10 middleweight. If he can beat Marquez here, give him another, probably maybe even a top 10 guy next. He'll probably even be the favorite in that fight, too. But that's going to be a hell of a fight there. As the rematch here for Neil Magny and Tim Means. Magny's got the reach advantage, but looks like they got Means as the clear favorite, 7-0 on the Blurcast Staff Picks. And for Christos, though, he's got the 5-inch reach advantage over Matt Wyman. He hasn't won in a couple of years. Be his first win of the decade. Would be a massive win for him, for sure. And then Grant Dawson and Ryan Hall, again, a 6-inch reach advantage, but he's the heavy underdog. Not a bad flyer pick to take as far as for the underdog, especially with those odds. It's going to be an interesting one. And then as far as Grant Neal, significant weight advantage in this fight, even though I think Devin Clark is probably going to win. You never know, though. You never know. As far as with a significant weight advantage like that, again, it's going to be a bit of a wrestling bout. Not a bad call, again, to take another flyer on the underdog. Trey Houston and Abu Azatar, as Azatar won 3 of his last 5 fights, of course. Again, crazy that Trey Houston's the favorite as well. I like a lot of the underdogs here on this prelim. And for Mike Malott, 5-inch reach advantage, taking on Judo Thunder and Abdul Razak Al-Hassan as Al-Hassan, as Malott, though, 6-1 on Blurcast Stat Pick. Somebody's backing Judo Thunder, which is not usually a bad call, but I just don't think Malott's losing that one. And then for Christian Payne Edwards, taking on Daewon Young, rather. Good shit here for Christian Edwards as far as he's got such a big-ass, usually a big-ass size advantage, but this is a big-ass Korean in Daewon Young, 6'4". Obviously, he's not no Hongman Choi, but he's up there as far as the size-wise for a Korean. This is going to be an interesting one. Gonna be an interesting one for sure. Josh Rosenthal, a referee, cage side judges here, as Ed Christian Edwards from New Mexico, or rather from Oklahoma, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico at Jackson Wink MMA. Fight begins, they engage in strikes, nothing really lands though. Still nothing landed. There's a left hand from Edwards now. 1-2 doesn't land either blow though. Both guys swing and a miss, and Jesus. And there's a leg kick that's checked. God damn, a left jab and a right hook to the ribs missing. Is someone going to land a shot here? This is brutal. Young's already tired. What is going on? There's a left kick to the rib cage there. Now there's a spin kick to the rib cage from Edwards now. Here comes a counter with brace of chest followed by a head kick that just missed, though, for Edwards. Left hand in the exchange is a leg kick after a jab that's wide from Edwards. Trying to hit a jab, misses as Young. Left hand and a low kick. There's a 1-2 there from Edwards, but left hand from Young. There's a massive right hook on the jaw after the left jab, and he knocked him out cold. It's a bad man. I mean, we're talking about his striking not being as good as John Jones, but he gets a first-round knockout here. Thank God that ended, though, because that could have been really bad if both guys got tired, because it would have looked like kind of what a lot of heavyweight modern-day UFC fights are looking like once they get into, like, the second round, that both guys are gassed and it just ends up being a grueling affair. Christian Edwards gets the knockout win, making it 5-0 now, and he praised his team at WMMA. It's very responsible, all the fans came out to support him. So we'll see how Mike Malott does against Abdul Razak Alassan, as Herb Dean is our referee. Cage judges, here we go. They touch gloves, here we go. Malott counterattacking here with a few quick left jabs, followed by a kick to the lead leg. Malott again with a counter. 2 jabs here, nearly fails to connect on the right hand, though. Already Malott's doing pretty well. There's a clean right hand, though, from Abdul. Abdul misses the big right hand, another counter. It's a quick jab and a quick kick to the lead leg. Malott, though, I mean, it's a lot of nerves. You know, your debut fight, it's going well, though, for him. Went for the head, kicked off the jab, missed it. There's a couple of jabs from Abdul, but missed on the hook. Now, neither fighter can land anything. Missed the low kick there. Right hand taking on the gloves from Abdul. Malott again with a counter. It's a jab and a quick kick to the lead leg on that one. And there's a nice right hook, though, from Abdul. There's a right cross here after the jab. Missing on the right hook. Yeah, Malott's reach has definitely been very, very evident here with these counter strikes. There's a right hand that lands, and he's hurt him. Big high kick. Ducked under it, though. Did Abdul, and that could have been a fight ender, of course. Leg kick gets checked. They meet in the center. Left hook from Alassan. There's a powerful right hook, though, and it knocked him down. Is he going to survive to end out this first, or is he going to get finished? He does get finished. Mike Malott ends it before we go into the second. Big win for Malott. 9-1-1. He's 9-1-1 from Mike Malott. And Team Alpha Male as well. What a camp for him. And he's going to be a problem for sure at 175. If he can keep that up as a Brazos team. Also makes a call out to Kamran Achanov, which is interesting. Did not expect that at all. But yeah, good stuff from Malott. Trey Houston and Abu Azatar. Mark God is a referee. Cage side judges. So far, we've seen 2 first-round finishes. Could we make it 3 in a row here? They touch gloves. Here they go. And there's a powerful straight right hand that lands clean off the counter, and down goes Houston. Yeah. Easy money there on the upset win. I just didn't have any faith in Trey Houston there. 13-6. 1-2 now in the UFC, and he has not really looked all that impressive so far. At 33-2, like, it's just, I don't know what's going to happen. He might get cut after that one. But he praises his team there. Does a boo. And now our next contest. Devin Clark, Grant Neal, 10-1, 10-4-1. Yes, our cage side judges there, both wrestlers, of course. Clark is looking a little smaller. So, again, Grant Neal should have the weight advantage, but here comes Neal already with a takedown to him with a great sprawl, though. Pushed him on his hands and knees, went for the fucking head, or the knee, rather, to the head, but they end up escaping to Grant Neal and standing back up, looking for a slam, and there we go. Slams him down, he's got side control. It's a scramble, though, after trying to go for side control, and he's got him up against the cage here. Oh, but Clark now reverses. Now he's back in control, and now they're just going to be smothered against the cage. Oh, yeah, as far as, thank God they separated, though, because, man, that was awesome, though, see the slam like that. Now, Neal, again, better grappler so far. Not surprised by that at all. He's a big guy. He's probably fighting around 215, 220 at 5'11", and he's up in the scorecard. We'll see how Devin Clark does here in the second. And they come together and clinch again. Got him against the cage again. And they're looking for a stomp here. Some ribs, shots, and some punches to the head from Devin Clark. But Neal, again, just got him against the cage. Smothering him, putting the weight on him. Basically doing a vertical lay and bray, as I like to call it. Now he's got a double underhook here. There's Clark looking for a takedown. And he got him. Good stuff here. He got the trip, and now he's looking to already looking to scramble, but he keeps him trapped. So yeah, Clark doesn't want to get caught on the bottom, or from the bottom, from Grant Neal, and they're going to give that to Grant Neal too. Yeah, I mean, Grant Neal looked pretty solid, was getting more strikes done, and had more of the majority control. Clark had the takedown, but it's towards the end of the round, and yeah, I mean, Clark needs a finish, and I don't know if he's going to get it, because again, Grant Neal's wrestling has just been too good for him. But as I say that, another takedown stop from Clark, and Neal again just got to put him against the cage. Use his size, but Clark now gets out of it again, and again gets the underhook, and again with a sweep. This time he's got side control, though. Look for the Kimura. Got him! What a comeback. Down 2 rounds to none. Devin Brown Bear Clark said, fuck that shit. I'm not going down like this. Gets the Kimura in the third. And his 11th win. As a tough break for Grant Neal, though. He was up on the scorecard. If he was probably facing a striker, someone that couldn't out-wrestle him like that, he probably would have 30-27 the guy. But man, what a great performance from Devin Clark. Ryan Hall, Grant Dawson, looking to keep the finish streak going tonight. All finishes on the prelim would be pretty sick. As Herb Dean's our free cage side judges here. Here we go. They touch gloves. We'll see how the Nebraskan does against the unorthodox Ryan Hall. Left hand, counter left hand as well from Dawson. Now missed the vicious right hand. That would have been crazy if Ryan Hall knocked somebody out. Here comes a counter for Ryan Hall. A couple of jabs followed by a good right hook. Counters the right hand with the right cross to Dawson. I would say Dawson's probably the better striker in real life, but so far, here in the save, in this fight here, Ryan Hall's looking like the better striker. It's a right hand from Dawson. Pair of left jabs, also it's a right cross. Does Hall. Both guys swinging and missing. I did not expect this at all, to see a bit of a stand-up battle so far. And here's a nice left hand off the counter from Ryan Hall. The left hook from Dawson. Left jab from Hall. Right cross blocked. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Minute left. Come together. Right hand from Dawson. Slipping past the right hook, counters with a left jab and a big right hand that just misses. That's the end of the second, or the end of the first round, excuse me. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Yeah, very, very close round. They give it to 10-9 Dawson. It definitely felt like Ryan Hall did better striking-wise, but Dawson, I guess, did land the power strike. I'd probably go Ryan Hall. But it's close, though. It is very, very close. It is now Hall now with a jab and a right hand taking on the gloves. I think, again, it's just crazy that no guy wants to try and wrestle or grapple up. They are figured that it's a bit more of an even matchup if they strike for either man. So someone hasn't been crazy enough to go for the grapple yet. And there's a jab, but the right hand is blocked there. Left hand from Dawson. Left hand from Hall now. Jab and a kick to the rib cage from Dawson. Come together and strike. Counters right hand quickly with a left jab, followed by a right hand, and nearly fails to connect. Now, head kick misses from Ryan Hall. Comes up short, or on the body kick after the left jab. Misses as well, does Dawson. Now they're both swinging and missing here. I think both guys are kind of getting tired. Yeah, Ryan Hall's definitely getting tired. Hall now with a solid right hand. But yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if here in the third we see somebody try and get some grappling going. There's a notable gash above the eye of Grant Dawson, though, that ended out. What a round for Ryan Hall to steal that with that cut. That even, according to some scorecards, might even be 2-0 Ryan Hall. But this is for all the marbles right here. Final round, and Dawson with a great counter with the right hand. And here comes Dawson again with a right hand counter. And now Dawson's getting a little tired. Getting at the right cross after the jab. There's a right hook there from Dawson. Missed the jab. There's a jab, but the right hook's blocked from Hall. Jab from Dawson. Missed the right hook again. Left jab and a solid right hand. Nice little 1-2 from Hall. Good right hook here from Ryan Hall off the leg kick counter. Missed the right hand as Hall. Left jab, also right hand taking on the gloves. Now jab, right hand absorbed on the gloves. Left hook from Hall. He's tensed up here. He kind of knows, hey, it's now or never. And he does a phenomenal job of the right cross off the counter. Air, nothing but air on the big right after the left jab that lands from Ryan Hall. And minute left. We're going to see our first decision of the night. And what a win, potentially, for one of these men, as far as whoever it will be. I think it's going to be Ryan Hall, but maybe someone will have Grant Dawson get a win. Nice right hook, though, at the end of the fight here. Yeah, both fighters missing here to end it out. They're giving it to 10-9 to Dawson. I don't know about all that. Again, I just felt like Ryan Hall was doing more, but again, they're saying Grant Dawson did more damage. 30-27 Ryan Hall. My God, didn't even give him the second. As 29-28 Dawson, 29-28 Hall. Yeah, I'd like to know that 30-27 decision, though. That's kind of crazy. But I do think Ryan Hall was the guy who won that fight. Kind of crazy, though. Kind of crazy. Again, not a single takedown attempt. Nobody even tried to sweep somebody. Like, just wild. He wants Guan Yang next, as Ryan Hall, after he gets his 10th victory. Tough break for Grant Dawson, though. So coming up short. Praise his team at TriStar Gym as well. It's Ryan Hall is our main card opener. Christos Giagos taking on Matt Wyman, as we'll take a swig for the working man. And they touch gloves. Both men going after it. Wyman with a counter jab. Wyman equal to the 1-2 there. Giagos with a right cross. Nice counter. Both guys kind of, again, stylistically match up pretty well. 1-2 from Wyman. 1-2 from Giagos, rather. Oh, there's a big right hand that leaves him knocked out potentially. Oh, no, rocked him. Down he goes. Boy, oh boy. Christos might get the victory here, and he does. First round finish for Christos Giagos. What a win. Massive. Fun way to kick off that main card here. There's another finish as well. And it's 5 for 6 on finishes tonight. A lot of them first rounds as well. I mean, that's kind of wild to see that. Black House MMA, though, too. That's a hell of a camp. That's probably why he won, to be honest. But he, as far as he wants Rafael Alves next time out. So let's see if we can make that happen. Neil Magny and Tim Means, the rematch. Almost, 7 years in the making? As far as, oh no, not even close, 7 years in the making. Oh no, yeah, that's that would be that would be 7 years. I'm an idiot. As about to see fighting for the hometown crowd. Here's Tim Means looking to get a win, looking for somebody from Oklahoma to get a win on this main card, and they're already engaging in the center. Here comes a counter from Magny, left jab, right hook. Tim Means starting to talk some trash, and Magny just answers the 1-2 with a left jab and a low kick. Jab doesn't hit the leg kick. Left round kick to the body from Magny. Left jab misses. Kick to the lead leg. 1-2 from Means. 2 counter jabs from Magny. 1-2 fails to land. Lands 2 jabs. Can't hit the right cross, though. There's a left jab and a right cross. Countering the left hand is Magny. Left jab. Leg kick misses. Left hand exchange from Magny. Crunching right hook here from Tim Means. Doesn't rock him, though. Little trash talk some more from Tim Means, the dirty bird, letting it fly. Left jab and a low kick from Magny. Those jabs, low kick combinations have been pretty good so far for Magny. They got Tim Means up on the scorecard. I mean, it did feel like he landed more power strikes. Yep. I don't mind that. Don't hate it. Don't hate that one. Right cross, or right hook rather, misses after, or right hook lands rather, Jesus, after the jab doesn't find the mark. Oh, no, Jesus Christ. He hits the jab, but he missed the right hook. I got it right the fucking last time. As Means scores the right with one single punch out of a flurry, and then hits the left roundhouse kick to the body. Meet in the center here. Stinging high kick, oh boy. Tim Means rocked him with the high kick. Trying to land the massive right hand, but misses. That could have been a fight ender for sure if he would have landed that. So Neil Magny survives, but here comes a vicious right cross, and down he goes. Tim Means is looking to finish this one, and he does. What a win for Tim Means here. The Oklahoma native, 31 career victories. Huge, huge win. And he wants Jake Matthews. That's a crazy call-out. Jake Matthews would fuck you up, Tim Means. That is crazy. But maybe we can make it happen. Rodolfo Ferreira and Julian Marquez. The men that are looking to take a big leap in their careers, as far as fighting 2 very, very tough opponents. As far as for each man, has got a tough opponent in front of him. I don't think this is going to be a cakewalk for Ferreira, but if he can get him down, Julian Marquez is going to be in some trouble, though, on the bottom. So we'll see. Margato's referee, cage side judges, and here we go. The punch doesn't land for Marquez. Ferreira, though, so far, great stuff so far. Marquez, though, at least doing a good job here. There's a right cross. Down he goes. The Cuban Missile Crisis has a fucking missile of a right hand and finished him. What more can you say? This motherfucker is knocking guys out in a minute in the middleweight division. He's on a run right now. That is for sure. 9-2. Thanks everyone at Syndicate MMA. What an upset win. in that one is our co-main event. Julia Avila taking on Gina Danger Mazzani, as we'll see how Gina does against the Oklahoma City native. So here we go. Avila trying to start it off with a jab that is wide. She hits the body kick. Quick left jab and a right hook off the counter here from Julia. So she's looking good so far. Counter jab. 1-2 from Mazzani, fails to land. Jab misses. Boy, Gina missed all those strikes combinations there. And now Avila again with a counter of the right hook with a clean right hand. So far, Avila's looked like the better striker. Because, I don't even think Gina's landed any type of combination. Here comes a jab and a right hand. Again, the reach advantage is very much evident so far. It's Mazzani with a 1-2. Again, Avila avoids both of them. There's a left and a right from Avila. Great little combination there. There's a nice right hook, though, from Gina. Finally lands something, at least. And now both girls swinging and missing, trying to get close enough to wrestle, but she takes the initiative. Does Avila here with a right hook to the ribs. Gina gets hold of her, though. And she needed that, but Avila is getting smothered. So, yeah, not the greatest way to end out the round, but obviously Avila's up on the scorecard. It's Gina again, trying to pressure her. She's probably looking to get another grapple going, but again, countered by Julia here with a good right hand after a couple of jabs. Mazzani's getting tired. Initiating strike exchanges. Avila with two left hands. There's a right hand. Now Avila trying to get in with the strike exchange. Left hand from Mazzani. Went for the high kick, but missed it. That would have been crazy. After the left jab. Missed on the left jab. Lands the right hook, though, does Mazzani. Now it's a jab and a low kick from Avila. Glancing blow with a high kick now from Gina. That was huge. Clean right hand from Avila. Oh, got a gash above the eye now on Avila. So now the left hook from Mazzani. Good right hand and a good jab from Avila. Again, these 1-2s from Julia have been impressive. She went for the head kick, though, again to Gina, but missed it after the jab. Yeah, they're going to give it to Avila, too. At least Gina this time, she looked a little bit better. She did cut her, but yeah, again, Mazzani probably going to need a finish here. They meet in the center. Oh, my Lord. Powerful straight right hand off the start of the third, and down she goes. Look at the finisher here. She's going to hang on, but she's already won this fight now with that knockdown. She just got to make sure she doesn't get caught with a submission or something, and she will be fine in getting a huge win to make it 8-2 in her career. But so far, she hasn't been able to get that finish in this fight. Maybe she will here in a minute as they stand them back up. Two counter left hands from Avila. All right, hook from Gina. Went for the head kick again. Mazzani going for it all here, and there's a glancing blow with a high kick. She went for it. Did Gina, but not enough there. 30-27 on the scorecard for Julia Avila. It's kind of crazy. That was such a competitive bout for it being a 30-27. Because, Gina was close in the first and second round, but she just kept on getting outstruck. And now we go to our main event. Kickboxer versus wrestler. Alexander Rakic, Ryan Darth Bader, Josh Rosenthal, referee, case judges here. And yeah, Bader probably around 215, 220 to start this one off. Two left hands from Bader. Went for the head kick. If Rakic would have landed that, probably would have been it. And counters the with a head kick that just about landed, but doesn't have enough power behind it all. He's just kind of throwing the throw, looks like. Doing a pretty good job with the leg kick, or with the body kick, rather. Left jab, missed on the right cross there. Did Ryan Bader. Now Bader again, pressuring him. Nice right hook and a nice jab from Bader and Rakic. Rakic is landing some big-time shots here. It just needs one, though, for it to really land. And now both fighters swinging and missing. Clean right hand off the counter after he missed on the ribs. Did Rakic, and now Bader again, trying to get him in. He steps into the pocket. Surprised again, he's striking with him. Definitely would have thought he would have went for a takedown by now. And now Bader's missing on the left jab. It hits the right hand. Two jabs to connect on the right hand, though. Does Rakic. Good instructions here from the corner for Bader. And now left cross the leg kick. Left cross from Bader, leg kick from Rakic. And Rakic again. Went for the big right hand, missed it. Bader comes in with a clean right hand off the counter. There's a low kick, dodges the right hand and counteracts with the jab. And that's the end of the first round. And yeah, I'd say Bader up on the scorecard. Bader missed the left jab, comes in with the right hand, at least. And now there comes a quick head kick after the jab. Oh, and he rocked him. That's all he needed was that one head kick. Went for the vicious uppercut, though, and Bader's able to clear out. And here comes a jab and a right hand off the counter. So Bader already getting back after it. Rakic, though, great some boxing here. And right crossed him at the end. It's a three-punch combination. Counter left hand from Rakic, right hand from Bader. Setup jabs are not really working out for Bader so far, but man, he's landing on the big-time shots. Two counter left hands. And there comes a fantastic right cross from Bader, and he knocks him down. Rakic is in trouble, big right hands, and that will do it. Josh Rosenthal stops the fight in another finish. Hell of a fight night here. That's exactly what we wanted. He thanks everyone connected to WMMA, his various sponsors, and his camp for preparing him for the fight. What a win. What a win. What a fight night, though. Again, having, 8 finishes? 1 split decision and 1 unanimous decision. And it was good to great fights on the main card. Really, the only bad fights, I'd say, was maybe really Christian Edwards and Don Young. But, because Grant Dawson and Ryan Hall at least was compelling, but it just, no one really tried to grapple with them. But man, what a win. Again, just can't talk about that enough for Alexander Rakic and Ryan Bader. Great stuff for that main event. As, increased their popularity mostly. Increased it in some other areas. Yeah, Bader, Villa, Marquez again was phenomenal. Tim Means did great. Christos did great. A lot of guys I'm very, very happy about. Mike Malott looked really good. Yeah, they'll probably do it on the bonuses. Yeah, still made $1 million. Ryan Bader almost made $500,000 though. That was awesome to see. Million Gate under $1 million, just barely. With that and sponsorship, we made $1 million. Obviously, with the ads and subscriptions and whatnot. Basically, the ads and subscription cover the fighters' pay. Merch covered the drug test, and then a little bit of our sponsorship was left over with the gate to give us a $1 million profit. Not too bad at all, if I do say so myself. As that will do it, though, for episode 71 of the WMA 5 series here on the channel. As we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.